Yo, what up, YouTube? I had to make this video. Y'all forgive me, man. I look rough as hell. I just woke up and just washed my face. But I had to make a video because I've been noticing something on YouTube that is just like very weird to me. And that's pretty much, it's alarming to me to see the amount of black gun content creators that to me are just acting completely inappropriate. Okay. Have y'all ever noticed that you're going on YouTube and it could be any other race of people, when they have guns in their hands, they're trying to show their skills. They're trying to challenge something. They're trying to hit a dong or a steel plate at 300 yards, 200 yards. But then when you go to black content creators, we're doing a whole bunch of weird ass shit, like trying to see how fast we could shoot just a regular ass magazine off, or niggas just shooting at dirt, 2 guns in a hand, just reckless shit, just weird ass shit. Like, it's such a contrast between other races of YouTube content creators, gun tubers, and us. Now, don't get it twisted. You have some guys who are like, one of the biggest gun content creators is Colin Noir. But if you notice Colin Noir doesn't really govern himself like your average inner city black man. You see what I'm saying? I'm from Chicagoland area. So I completely get it. I live in South Florida now, so I'm able to really live the Second Amendment like how I really want to. But it's just crazy to me how outside of the mainstream, well-seasoned black content creators who actually probably were military, law enforcement, or just got around people who actually, weren't like, I'm trying to use the word, just frightened. They just weren't acting like weird around guns. You can tell that they weren't new to guns, or if they were new to guns, they understood decorum. I just feel like us as black content, I won't say us, but I said there are tons that I could name off that have no decorum, man. It literally, if somebody believes black men don't know how to handle themselves around guns, you go to their channel and you're like your opinion is reinforced because these dudes act so fucking weird. So weird, man. Like, I don't get it. I gotta call out one dude, SRT David, bro. Bro, you're like a little kid. You can literally listen to the way he laughs. He laughs like a little 17-year-old, like my little 16-year-old cousin. While he does reckless ass shit. I don't get it, bro. The other day I seen a video, they trying to one-hand AR-15 at a gun range. For what? Like, this is what I'm talking about. You never see other content creators of any other race doing that. It's literally just this atypical, stereotypical young black dude, young black kids who specifically are from down south, bro. I'm sorry, man. The down south content creators, bro, y'all act like straight Bamas, bro. Straight coons, bro. I'm sorry. I've never seen any level of like slowness that tops you guys. Oh, man, the AK-47 right now, man. We got 7.62 right now. Like, fam, I live down south. Regular black folk is not talking like that. That is a choice. That's a choice that the black community made, the younger generation made, to start talking like that. If you go back to the 60s and the 50s, they were never speaking like this. So I just want other people, other races to understand. This is something that young black kids are doing. They want to sound more gangster. They want to look more ignorant. Then you got the troll accounts that all their content is meant to bring bad engagement. Remember, any attention, even bad attention, is good attention to these young guys. So they'll purposely shoot the gun sideways. They'll purposely look ignorant in order for people to come on and say, hey, you're retarded. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, look at this. This is why little kids get shot in the hood. This is why the black kid is dead in the drive-by. Why? Because their whole main purpose of that YouTube account is to draw algorithm transactions via bad comments. And that comes at a price of the image of their own people, bro. And this is why I say slavery and all this stuff. I'll talk about slavery one of these days. Slavery was something that 100% was agreed upon within other black tribes. I believe that everybody, at least a couple people within the priest class and the political class and the people who actually called the shots in the tribes, that they all had a hand in slavery. They all did. And you wonder how. How is it that other black content creators know that when we carry guns in public, we're stereotyped? High profile cases have been because black men have been, it's my PDP, Walter PDP. High profile cases have stemmed from young black men having guns and being shot by the police. One Air Force guy that was in the Air Force was just shot by the police. Wrong house. He was in Air Force. I don't know why he went to the door with a gun in his hand. I have no clue. That's a very bad move. Rest in peace to him. But we have been having in the United States issues with black men having firearms in their hand and being killed. Let me ask you a question, people like SRT David. Let me ask you a question, people like Chris Love Guns. You don't think white police officers don't even have to be white? Could be half Hawaiian, half Chinese, half black, half Polynesian. Bro, they don't like you guys, and they don't like us. Why would they like us when every single chance they get, they see a stereotypical young black dude shooting his guns like he has no care in the world, bro? Another thing I want to touch on. What's up with this whole thing of everybody wanting to carry 7.62 by 39 in fucking public? 5.56 in fucking public, bro. I'm against these Dracos, man. I believe a Draco is an offensive weapon. It's not a defensive weapon. It's not a gun you have ready to have for defense. You have a handgun for defense. Why? 7.62 recoil alone will probably make you miss a couple shots before you hit them. So if you miss a couple shots, how do you feel comfortable sending 7.62 by 39 in public, knowing 7.62 by 39 is meant to go 200 yards, 100 yards, 300 yards, probably within that region. 5.6 can go 500 yards, 400 yards, 300 yards easily. And you feel comfortable shooting that in public. No, my brothers and sisters, these are not weapons that you want to have in public on an everyday basis. And I'm just seeing this so much that I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about the trends that we see within black content creators. I go to the gun pawn shops. You could tell that there's so much misinformation. Why I went the other day, I seen this black kid goes up, never owned a gun before. He's pointing at, well, guess what gun? The Draco and the Glock. So you can't make this shit up. It's like there's so much blind leading the blind in black gun ownership. It's insane, man. I almost in a sense mentor a lot of these young guys in my apartment complex. I'll take them to the range and I'll give them firearms etiquette. One guy, he calls every single gun a Glock. It could be my Walther, it could be my Springfield Echelon. It's a Glock. Any handgun is a Glock. Okay? Any AK is a Draco. And I keep telling them, no, hey, this is a Walther PDP. This is not a Glock. It's a Walther PDP. It's a Walther PDP. Hey, this is not a Draco. This is just a AKM. AKM, generic AKM. Nothing crazy, WP Jack, or I just got a Pioneer Arms. Just let them know, hey, it's a Pioneer Arms 20-inch Sporter model. So we need, I feel like it's people like me who can educate other young black men about firearms ownership. But then you, like I said, you have so many content creators, black content creators, who literally, you guys are sellouts, man. You guys are willing to throw the image of your own people under the bus just so you can get engagement. That to me is a fucking, you are worse than a traitor, man. You're worse than a traitor, because your actions directly are some of the reasons why young black men are in public lawful with their firearms, participating in their Second Amendment, and then they're being shot to death. They're being assumed that they are criminals. Why? Because I look just like one of those guys. The innocent black man looks just like you. And I'm not saying you're not innocent. I'm just saying the way you conduct yourself, you have no decorum. And I'm going on a limb to say most black content creators, YouTube gun content creators, have no decorum. None. They literally, they are so socially unaware of the way that they conduct themselves. It honestly, the only conclusion you could come to is that something is literally wrong with black men. Something is wrong with how can it not be? I'm sorry, I'm picturing myself as another race. I would consistently think something is wrong with the black man. If not tamed, if not groomed, if not molded, he is disposed to be ignorant. I'm sorry. What else can we fucking say? Because we're consistently seeing it every single time. The slowness. There's no growth of skills. You don't see SRT David hitting some long range. He's consistently in the same range, shooting bad, passing on bad firearms ownership to the girls that he's bringing in there. And I don't dislike him. I like him in the sense like that could be my little cousin, my little homie, the little 17-year-old that just graduated, that you know his mom, you know his big brother, that you come over his house, you see them playing video games and you play video games with them. So I can relate to him in the sense of I know people like that. But when it comes to guns, I believe we have to show our image way better. We have to conduct ourselves way better. We have a responsibility. The Second Amendment was denied to our people for centuries. We were not able to own a gun. And there's a reason why society doesn't want black men owning guns. Our anger management, our conflict resolution sucks. There's so many reasons I could go down the list as to why we should be more conscientious about how we conduct ourselves on the internet and in public. Everything doesn't call for violence. Everything doesn't call for pulling out a gun. Everything doesn't call for somebody going away in a casket. Bro, you ever seen a person in a casket from a gunshot wound? It doesn't look like them, and it's the most scary shit you ever seen. If you haven't seen that, then I suggest you take this very cautiously. The guns we have can put somebody in a coffin. It can ruin the life of a loved one. I lost my brother in a car accident. My family is still suffering with the loss of my brother to this day. I still have traumas from losing my brother abruptly, okay, in 2012. So I just want to say, man, I made this video not to disparage our men, black women. Not women aren't men, but I'm saying I didn't make this to disparage our community. I made this to show that we have a obligation to conduct ourselves like we are grown men. I'm sorry, man. Your firearms, you could lose your life brandishing your firearms. You could lose your life acting irresponsible with firearms. Why would you do that? One kid just shot himself the other day in the head, mimicking this hood caricature. These Chicago hood characters, man. I'm from Chicago. These people are retarded. But I'll leave it at that, man. God bless everybody, man. All right.